Alright, good morning everyone. Here we go, we are live. Alright, so what are we going to do today? We're going to just prepare some breakfast, some morning coffee. And then we're gonna go back to our coding project and we're gonna continue with that. Alright, let me grab the chats. So pop out chat on Twitch. Yep. Popping up the chat, and pop out that chat on YouTube. Right, there we go. Selecting the chat. Alright, we're ready to go. Cool. Let's give myself a like now that we're at it. Okay, so chats are popped. Let's put them, both of them, on this window. Whoops. This one. Whoop. Doesn't want to go there. Alright. Because I selected the wrong desktop. Okay. So this one's here. Now let's move YouTube's. Here. We are set and go. Let's put some hellos in chat. Hello chat. Here we go. And we are ready to go. Let me show you the screen. Let me real quick check how could I add some music. Like there might be an easy way to do that. So we have like audio input capture, audio output. I don't really want to output anything. We also have media source. And window capture. Yeah, maybe application audio capture with sys in beta would be good. So create new, add existing. And it's in beta, so I don't know, I could just put like, yeah, I mean, I'm sharing the audio. So if I put some music on YouTube, so if I go here and here, and I go to YouTube, let's just go to YouTube and search on here, and we want like some techno without copyright. Techno without copyright. No copyright techno music. Okay. Alright. And now this is playing. I can just minimize that. And it looks like, alright, we could maybe just put that down a bit. Okay, and that should have worked. So I should have probably done that when I started the stream. Okay, so I could have done that, or we could do that like later on. The issue of doing this, of course, is that I'm hearing the thing. So I don't know if that's what I want or not. I don't know how to just put like music on the background, like just on the background. But for now, that'll be good enough. So okay. Now we know how to put music. That's good. There might be better ways, but that way is good enough for now. So let's just quickly move and prepare some breakfast. So, okay, let me put you, actually let's just switch to the cam and let me put you pointing the, alright, that'll be good enough. Not good enough. Oh, I can be in the mirror, like, I need to be too far down to be in the mirror. Alright, so that's probably a decent camera angle. Yeah, that'll be good enough. Okay, so we just open the coffee pot. We don't need this for now. We do need this. We will need this one piece. Let's just put this here. And let's measure some coffee. Today we're gonna be using Sumatra coffee. I mean, I haven't really liked this one particularly. Like, it's like dark chocolate and spices. Like, I find like lighter coffees, something more sweet. I usually enjoy that one, but it's nice to switch from time to time. Like, one bag of this is like 3 days of worth of coffee, more or less. So, yeah, I think this will be the last day actually. So we'll have the pleasure to open another bag for tomorrow. Okay. So 15.5 grams of coffee first. And now let's do another pour. This one I'm aiming for 14.5. Alright. I could do 15 and 15, like I don't know why I do 14.5 and 15.5. I've started doing that and that just stick with me. So like 30 grams of coffee, that's on top of it. Now we're gonna spread some, actually, can I, well, I don't have any feedback if what you're watching is exactly what I wanted you to watch. Because I cannot look at the, well, I sort of can. So we'll just water down a bit the coffee. Now you see that the coffee has like some water on it. We'll do the second pour. Actually, can I, like, how can I hold this? It's too hard to do things with just one hand. Okay, alright. So, second coffee pour. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, let's fill that in. There's still some coffee in here. Alright, you got the idea. it's hard to only have one hand, you know? Alright, so coffee's in there. We're gonna water it a bit more. And let's start grinding. So now this thing is just grinding there. And let's start putting some water. So the water's put in there. I think you can see it, and that's just getting grinding. Alright. Let's clean up the grinder. I might need like a head strap or something for the camera if I want to do this that's probably like another way. Like if I had like the camera in the head, that'd be much easier to do those shots. But yeah, I mean, I thought about buying more equipment but I just figured out that I'm just exclusively gonna use the stream money for buying things for the stream. Otherwise, it'd be like throwing money, and there's no money yet. So yeah. Okay, I think we'll have to open coffee for tomorrow, but I've been keeping this bag just with the, so for example, right now I haven't used the full bag completely. There's a couple coffee beans in here. Let me measure them actually. Like, this is what's left on the bag. It's like 7 grams. So 7 grams, you can do pretty much nothing with 7 grams. So I've just been keeping them in this other box, like 7 grams, 7 grams, 7 grams, 7 grams per bag. And I'm filling this one up, which now has like 76 grams. So I will have like a coffee with a mixture of all the other coffee beans. And I don't know how that one will taste. Probably not too good, but yeah, you know, I'm not gonna throw 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 grams of coffee per bag. That's adding up. It's adding up to actually another bag. So yeah. Alright, let's go for a new bag. Let's go for a new bag. We actually not need any of these anymore. So, next box gonna be Peru. There's any Peruvians in the chat? Peru. I really like this one last time that I tried this. So I bought like a box with a lot of bags like this from different parts of the world. And I really enjoy the experience of switching coffee ever so often. And I just bought the box again with all the bags. This one's supposed to taste like dark chocolate and hazelnuts. Yeah, dark chocolate and hazelnuts. So it's also like dark chocolate, but maybe hazelnuts it's better than. I can't remember what the other one had. And the other one was spices, dark chocolate and spices, and this one's dark chocolate and hazelnuts. So maybe hazelnuts are like more mellow. I don't know. Or maybe they just pair better with chocolate. Like chocolate and spices was a bit too much. Alright. So I usually leave just the bag prepared. This smells amazing. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. Maybe not. I usually just like to leave the bag already open for the next day, so that in the morning I don't have to go and fetch the bag and open it and everything. It's already there and it's already ready. So I think that's usually better. Now let's bring the coffee pot. Actually, let's first. So this is the grinded coffee. I don't know if I'm against the light. I don't know if you can see. I think that this just receives all the light. Maybe if I do something like this, or maybe if I just cover all the camera. Alright, so you can see the grounded coffee. Now, yeah, we have a tumbler. Where do I need to be? Right. So we have a tumbler and we just pour the coffee in here. with a couple taps. Alright, that was not the plan. Well, you know, like you're streaming, you're more nervous, you're trying to do things quickly, and you fucked up. So, cool. Alright, but we have a tumbler, so we can pretty much fix it. There's almost no coffee being spilled, so that's nice. Alright, so there was some coffee spilled, but this is now clear. Crystal clear. And for the coffee that was spilled, we're just gonna grab it. There's actually not too much. Shoot. And we're gonna put it back in there. Alright. We don't want the rest. Thankfully, just today after doing the meal prep and so on, I cleaned the kitchen thoroughly. So this is easy to do. Like it's not like it was not clean before, but yeah. So now we have the coffee in the tumbler. Yeah. And we can just do whatever we want with it. We can then put the lid on and just like move it around a bit more thoroughly. That's like, it's supposed to make the coffee like fluffier, and it gives you a place to have it. But I usually use the tumbler because now we come here with this and this, and to put the coffee inside of the coffee machine, it's just as easy as you put the tumbler in here and pop. Okay, let me not look at the camera while I'm doing things. It's not working, it's not working. So you do that, and it's like a funnel. Now all your coffee is in place, except from the coffee that fell out, which I think we can recover a bit again. Not so much this time. Okay, so this was not the example that I wanted to do how to prepare coffee. Don't spill your coffee all around your kitchen. That's not usually what you want. Okay. So now the coffee is on the coffee machine. The coffee is on the coffee machine, and we can just close this. Let me try not to burn because this is filled with hot water, boiling water. So a good thing about doing the clamp exercises that I told you yesterday is that now like the clamping force to close this thing is much greater. So that's always a positive, I think. Right, let's move the camera here. Let's take this out. Let's put this in the stove. Just turn on the gas. Just turn on the gas. Alright, so that's like at full power. There it is, there it is. We're gonna leave, oops, there's a coffee thingy here. We're gonna leave this open, like, it's supposed to be better to have it open and then close it when the coffee is ready. So, yeah. I don't know about that. Like, I'm not sure if it's making the coffee better. What it's doing is that there's no moisture of water building up on the machine at the beginning, so then you don't have like water spilling all around. So let's quickly clean up this. It's just dirty from coffee. So that was easy to clean. let's also clean up this. So those are just like remains of coffee all around, but I did just whisk it a bit and it gets clean. I don't usually, like, I would clean this like maybe once every 3 to, like, it's not dirty, I just clean it for the sake of, like, I'll wash it for the sake of washing. I do just brush it every time I use it, and that's usually enough. That's usually enough. It's like dusting the coffee away. Alright, alright. So dusting the coffee away. Let's just dust it here as well. Okay. So it's a bit of a shame that we've lost like so much coffee just because we spilled it twice. But you know, it is what it is. And it isn't what it isn't. Like if I wanted to carefully enjoy a good cup of coffee, I wouldn't be streaming it. So that's what happens. Now let's put a cube of ice over here. It's actually not a cube of ice, it's like a cube of metal that is frozen. So that it just, you pour the coffee in there and you don't burn yourself. Now this is pouring. So you can see it's there. Ooh, tasty. Tasty, tasty coffee. I think this is probably the, like for now this is the better view. But the better view will be this one. Let me see if I can. There you go. So now it's starting to pour. More. And now you close it. Alright. Let's just let it finish boiling a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's turn off the heat. And now it should just finish up by itself. Like there's like some steam coming everywhere. So now hopefully with what we've done, like having this open and put it back down, like you can see the moisture building up in there. So now there won't be enough moisture so that it drips outside of the coffee pot. And everything stays clean, everything stays contained. So that's a bit of the idea, I think, of opening that. It's supposed to make the coffee better, I haven't experimented that. So let me save this back. I should say store it back. Okay, so while we wait for that to finish, we are gonna prepare some chocolate protein pudding with some, oh, how are they? Blackberries? Yeah, blackberries. And they're called blackberries. It's a type of berry and they are fairly black, so getting blackberries is the definition. So we're just gonna scoop some out of the thingy. Right, more. Oh, like that one. Okay, so we should have enough. Let me just pour 2 more. Whoop. We should have enough in here for around 2 to 3. I believe that 2 would be fine. If we are pouring less than this time, I put quite a bit. We would have like 4 or 3. Like in total, it's like 4 in here. So 4 to 5. Let's say 4 to 5. All right. So that's that. Let's pour the, actually, like, can you see? Let's pour the coffee. There we go. So tasty. Okay, and let's just leave it here for it to cool a bit. Let's just leave it there. Alright. So we don't really want to have like chilled or cool coffee, but we don't want to have like burning hot coffee either. So like leaving this for like a solid minute would be good enough. Let's put this thing back on. Let's move you closer. Alright. So the coffee is just here. And you can see that the ice cube is in here. Well, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see that. Alright. So it smells so good. Okay. Alright, so let's hope that it's been enough time. Alright. Alright. Let's just throw some water. There we go. And now let's pour some milk in. Like not so much milk, just enough. Like I usually like not milked coffee more, but you know, for everyday coffee, just throw in a bit of milk in there. I think that makes it taste like just softer, at least less bitter. I like the bitter flavor of coffee, but I don't know. Like in the mornings, I'd rather have it with a little bit of milk. With a little bit of milk. Like after meals, I don't usually have coffee after meals, like after lunch. But when I do, like often I would do that if I've gone to a restaurant or something like that, and then just having straight coffee, like American coffee. That's usually my way to go. So yeah, coffee's ready. Let's do like a quick test. It should be at drinkable temperature. Ooh. It really tastes really good. Okay, so let's move. Right. Move. And here we are. Okay. So I just have like the coffee in there and the pudding here. So that's gonna be my breakfast for today. Today we're having a lighter breakfast. Like usually Sundays and Saturdays our breakfast is much lighter because A, I'm not working, therefore I don't need to think that much, therefore I'm not using that much energy, therefore I don't have to eat so many calories, I would say, like thinking. Like you really need to be well fed to be able to properly think. So yeah. So good. So good. So yeah. We're gonna do a bit of programming today. And we are going to continue with our beloved timer project. Like this is pretty much usable at the moment. Like you can see that the text wraps up if you put something in there, so on. So this is much ready to use. This is much ready to use. I'd like to disable this kind of scrolling. I don't know, like I don't really like that. So let's maybe Google that. HTML disable scrolling. Oh, what's this? Building your request. I don't know. I usually like overflow hidden. Overflow hidden. So that might be it. It says overflow Y, but I want both overflow. So. So I guess it'll be here, and we just have to say like overflow hidden. Let's save, and let's see how it looks now. Okay, we don't have any overflow anymore, so that was easy. Now, I thought that I would like to have that I would like to move like these things around, like a drag and drop mechanism, but I really didn't want to implement it myself. Like I looked at the API and it was a bit like not like it would take me a day, and it would take me a day to just think about that, and it would be not good enough, not pretty enough. I could also take like a library. I've seen that there are multiple options for that. So there's like so you want to search for HTML drag and drop, and this probably will give you the API. So yeah, this is the API. And you just have like events. What's the event? Okay, so they are defined divs here. So on drop, draggable through, drag on hover, allow drop. So that's that, but that doesn't do like much. I don't know if they have like an example here. Drag the okay. Okay, so in this case, like it's pretty simple. So maybe this is simpler than event on transfer set data. Event data transfer set data, this one. Event target ID. So maybe it's just as simple as doing this. Event dot prevent default, yeah. Event dot data transfer dot get text. Okay, so you put like the data in here and you get it like this, and you give it like a key, event target. All right, so this is pretty much, this is somewhat simple to do, but the issue is this is just like dragging and dropping from one place. So you would have a list, so you want to make cool animations for that, like while you are moving, so it's not just drag and drop, it's actually like drag and dropping dynamically, and that gets more complicated. So let's maybe try to check that out. Yeah, yeah, no, like that. Let's see this one. So yeah, they have the list. They give drop zone to all of the elements. They say that all of the elements are draggable. And now on drag start, drag target ID, okay. They take the list and they take the index. And what do we do with all of those? They take them, but they don't do like much. Alright. Add event listener, drag over, prevent default, okay. Drop. If target class name equals drop zone, dragged, removed, okay. So maybe this, oh, they are global variables, okay. I was like, where are they storing that data? Alright. And then they reorder the list. Yeah. So that's simple, but I don't know like how cool it would look, and also like only the LIs are drop zones, so I don't know how the animation for this would look like. We can actually take a look. So HTML playground, something like that, playground. Can we playground easily with this? Okay, we can. So let's just do this. Cool. And let's copy and paste their thingy. Yeah. Alright, let's see how this looks like. Let's have like a script tag here. I'm not an HTML expert, but HTML is like easy enough. So this should be like script. Oops. Close. Yeah. No. Alright. Close. Script, and we can just paste this in here. Restart. It's not working. This should be really easy. Do I need to say that this is like JS or something like that? Oops, wrong thing. We want to go here. We want to take a look at how do we do this. So source, maybe we need this. Maybe we need that. Oh, HTML, it's so simple, but I cannot write HTML. Alright. Hard restart. Alright. So how does this look? We can take that and the list doesn't move, and we can drop it on any of the others. And we cannot drop it like at the end or anything like that. I mean, the animation is not the best, but this just works. So maybe we could just do something like this. Maybe we could just, oh crap. Maybe we could just do something like that. Like that's good enough. That's good enough. So let's say draggable true, drop zone, like even the list could be a drop zone. Yeah, we can work with this. So let me just copy this real quick and let me save the example. We could just implement that later. So that was good. Drag and drop and let me just type drag and drop example.html. Alright. Yeah, just have bad indentation for this one. Alright, so we could do that. Anyway, I had a different plan to do that. So my original plan was doing something as simple as having something like a selected item. Oh yeah, please leave. Please leave. Having something like a selected item. So you click in here and this becomes selected, let's say. And you press escape and it stopped being like, you click and it's selected, you press escape, it stops being selected. And now while it's selected, you can just move it with the arrows. We can even do like beam motion, so JK up and down. And that would move the thing up and down the list. So that could be a thing as well. We could have probably both, like maybe there will be some weird interaction between both. But we can probably work with that. And that was like the simpler way that I thought that we could maybe solve this problem, that we could maybe use to solve this problem. So yeah, I need to figure out how to Windows arrows. Definitely not window. Oops, 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 oops. What's going on? Whoop. Okay. Control window. Yeah, okay, so control window moves me between desktops, so that's good. There's like a desktop too. Alright. So control window is between desktops. With window on these things, I can make like the things bigger, go to one place, go to another. So, right. So that's really good. Okay. We can even do like this. Alright. So yeah, windows and the arrows. That's good. So those two are the plans that I have for implementing that. And before doing any of those, before starting to work on drag and drop, selecting and so on, what we have to work on is to implement the action starting, action finishing and so on. So let's probably start by that. So we would start the application, the web page, with no elements, and then you could do two different things. So you can load a file, or just so load a file or start adding elements. Actually, start adding elements here. So yeah, that would be how you would start. So yeah, let's go that. So the first thing that we want to do is that when this plus button on here gets clicked, we want to put the to-do item in there. Let's actually change that plus button by a something that says create or something like that. It'd be better than just a random plus. Let me just actually close this one. And we can just commit that one. Let's first of all let's format it properly. I'm just thinking about the wrong formatting all the time, and it's can I do like Control Alt F? No. Can I do like format document? Looks good to me. Let's say that we want spaces. What's the number of spaces we are using? Spaces 4. I'd rather just use spaces 2, but we have all the others on spaces 4, so indent is in spaces, and let's put that one. Format document, Shift Alt F. So Shift Alt F, Shift Alt F. Alright. So that's good. Let's commit that. I want to have just one commit with that. Alright. So git ndd drag and drop example, git commit, and let's just say drag on drop example. This is not like a feature nor anything, so just this. We'll have to really push that. Okay, so that's committed. Just wanted to get that out of the way. Now we have our drag and drop example. We don't need to play with it anymore. Now on here we will have something that is like a plus button. So let's just quickly search for plus. No, plus. Alright, and let's just, instead of using plus, let's put something like create. Alright, and this is called the add to do button. So alright, we have to think where do we want to interact with that. So we have setup inputs, we have the main, so probably we want to do that on the setup inputs. Alright, on the setup inputs. So we want to, oh, and add to do button is already fetched, so we want to do something like inputs dot oh, this doesn't have autocomplete, that's crap. Add to do button inputs dot add to do button, and we want to have so we could just do the add event listener here, but I don't really, I want to abstract that way. Don't abstract too early, but I want to separate the logic a bit. So let's just say add event listener to this one, and we want to tell it what to do. So we first want to say what do we want to listen, and we want to, oh, add event listener is already like a global thing. Huh. Maybe this is like already a global thing. Let me just Google that real quick. Like I wanted to have a function that you say add an event listener to this thing, and provide what do you want to listen and the callback, but not use like the HTML API directly, just in case we want to change the interface or whatever. We should just maybe focus on simplify. I don't know. So does this thing, oh, it does. Oh, but it's part of this. Okay, so it's not like a global function. So actually this is exactly, so click on that. So that's exactly what we want. Yeah. Can we have enumerations here? I don't think we can, but we could have just like some constants here. So const click event is just called click. All right, and we can have another function here, which is just we would probably want to do it like this. All right. So function add event listener and element event name callback. So that's what we want. That's what we want, and that's what we need. So event, probably we want to click event as a callback. Let's just say oh, we could actually just put it in line. Like, why would we have a function to do that? So let's just put it in line like this. Whoop, what happened? Alright, create item. Create item with a text, and the text we want to fetch the text from the input. So inputs dot current item text, no, add to do text, add to do text. Oh, but now we want to, so it's just okay. Yeah. Function get text from an input. Alright, and now we would do like return input dot inner text. I think that's what we want, the inner text. So add to the text, we want to do get text from this. So const text, create item with the text, const item dot append child, Alright, so this gives me the new item, and now I want to add this new item to the list. So add item to the list. On the list is the to-do list. Yeah. To-do list, new item. So this is like a decent API. So we want to implement this function, add item to a list, new item. Alright, decent API. We want to do list dot append child on item. So we want to have like all HTML stuff in here and just some logic in here. So that's a bit like the flow I'm trying to implement. So add event listener to add to do button to the click event. We get the text from here, we create the item, and we add the item. So that logic seems correct. That logic seems correct. So let's see. If I click on create, nothing happens. Do I need to refresh? Do I need to save? I've already saved. Okay. So if we click on create, nothing's happened. If we click on this and now on create, nothing happens. So let's see what the console says. And the console actually says nothing at all. Nothing at all. So we fucked up somewhere. Not implemented. So element dot add event listener with the event name and the callback. Alright. Implement it. Now it's implemented. So if now click on refresh and on create, code reference error, to-do list is not defined. To-do list is not defined. To-do list is not defined. So where's to-do list? To-do list is that? To-do list. Oh, inputs.to-do list. Inputs.to-do list. Alright. Inputs.to-do list. Now we click on create and that's working. And we click on alright. So fetching the text just didn't work. So let's see what are we doing wrong here. So this probably is not like input.innerText. This probably is something else. So yeah, let's see how can we do that. So that's an input element. Get text from input element. How do I get the value of the get element by ID value? Fair enough. So we probably can do something like if input dot can we see the type of the thing? So I want to say something like if this is an input, just do the value. If it's something else, do that something else. So check if type of HTML element. Node name. Okay, so maybe that's what we want. Input dot node name equals to input. Then we do this thing. Else actually this thing, else return input dot value. Okay, so if we are an input, we want to take the value and otherwise we want to get the inner text. Now we want to also clear the text, so we want to probably have like another function which is clear text. Which is clear text. We probably just want to do something like input value equals this, and input inner text equals this. And we want to do something like clear text of input dot to do, oops, what is called, to do text. Alright, and we can probably just do this at the end. So we do all of that and we clear the text at the end. Add item and clear text. That's good. So now we can do like a create unquote reference error. Input is not defined in 66. Inputs. Alright, let's try again. Create that didn't neither read the text neither remove it. So what's going on here? Let me just do this right. Console dot log input. Actually, I want to do this. Let me put braces all around all of the things. Yeah, they're not necessary, but I don't think you should be writing just one line ifs. Like, then you have to debug something and you don't have the line and you need to put it and then you have to remove it. So just have it from the beginning. You know, have it from the beginning. And we can even do it like that. Or like this. Yeah, I think this is like the default expected. So let me just refresh. Yeah, create, and we see nothing on the console. So maybe this node name is not working. So let me just real quick do a console.log input dot node name. So either this is not working or the event is not being triggered. Those are the two options. So it says undefined. So node name doesn't seem to be the thing that we want to use. Node name element.node name. Right, element.node name. How can I determine? Okay. Alright. Note that node name returns the element of the name capitalized and without the angle brackets, which means that if you want to check if an element is a div element, you could also do it as follows. Well, this would not give you the expected results. So what about tag name? Let's read what they say. According to timestamps, you with me by less than 1 second. Looks like no name also provides the name of the attribute, text, and comment nodes in addition to tag elements. I believe the local name node name is more versatile option. Alright. So node name seems to be better, node name, but it's not working for me. Oh, I know this is get element, so this is like the element. This is like the element. So does this element exist? Add to do text. Add to do text. Can I just console log the input? Like maybe that's wrongly fetched. Wrongly fetched. So we have an input here. So that's ID. That's good. Now node name doesn't seem to be working, so node name. Let's try this one more. Input. So apparently I just didn't type it properly. Alright. Let's just put const input node name. And let's just do that. Oh. So get text, maybe we should put item here, item. So item dot node name, item. Alright. So we don't need that anymore. We don't need this anymore. We probably should put item. Input node name. So that looks good. Now let's see if it works. So if I say create, that created it, but now it got another error. Reference error, input is not defined. So something I renamed item. Input is not defined on elements. What line? 48. So we have an error on 48. Refresh. Create please. Alright, so it just didn't reload properly. So it's working. It's indeed working. So we have that. Now, now, when we create the things, we have here a to-do add callback to the button here. So we have like the create item, and we want to, when we create the item, we want to have like some sort of callback for the buttons. Some sort of callback to the buttons. Now there are a couple problems of doing that. So if all of the buttons look the same, which in this case that's true, we could just give it a callback to here. So create item with a text and a callback, like on click or whatever, and that would be good enough. Right. So we could maybe do that. But I'm wondering, like I've started doing this like with this. So I created this thing. And I thought that, okay, so I would implement like the logic in here of what happens with done, what happens with to do, what happens with so on. How could I integrate these elements with this? So when I create an item and say with text, how do I sync that with this? Or do I even have to sync it? So yeah, I don't want to duplicate the state. So okay, so there are two options. One, I could use the DOM as the source of truth, like all of the things are on the DOM, and that's where they belong, and then that's the single source of truth, and I just interact with them directly. The other option is these things in here are the source of truth, and I only interact with these things in here like through JavaScript, and that's it. So that could also be it. And here on the event listeners, I just do something like, so I would need like some logic, but again, translating this event, like click event, so I would need to translate this to provide me oh no, actually no, like I would know with where to look. So this would be the same, this would be the same, these two shouldn't be needed. So instead of doing these two, which is the create item and add item, I would instantiate a new new on progress, no, a new to do item. And I would do those two here. And I would do those two here. Yeah. And I would do those two there. And I would do those two there. Okay, let's work so far with this, and then we'll think if we want to use this or not at all. So yeah, that's working. Now we can create items, and what we want to do, okay, so we started thinking about that because if I have items, I know what callbacks to give them and so on, and here I would not know that. I would not know that. Yeah. Yep. I would not know that. Okay. So, what's better? What's better? I think we don't really need any of this. Like this is, oh, but now where do we store this data? Yeah, and we need that data. So yeah, we'll have to do it. We'll have to do it. Do I want to inherit here? Maybe. How do you inherit on JS? Like this? No. How do you inherit on JS? Also, do they have to be classes? Yeah, they have to be classes because I want to have like metadata on the started. Okay, so maybe what we don't need is to, so we just want to have an item because regardless, yeah. Okay. So let's remove all of that. Let's just have a class called item, which has a text. Do we need a text? We don't really need a text that has an input. It's HTML element. Alright, HTML element. So this dot HTML element, it's just the given HTML element. That's fine. We have a random UUID. Yeah. We might not want to do that. So we want to have like the ID here. That's probably the ID first. So we want to have that HTML element. What else do we want? This dot created add. Let's just have a functions to create these things. So function create element, or create item, create a new item, function create a to-do item, function, okay, this looks better, function create on progress item, on progress item, function create done item. Alright, and we now want to have function start start item. What else do we want? So this is like create the items from scratch. And these ones are change an item state, and these ones are the delete items. So this would be like more or less what we want to do. Right. So this is more or less what we want to do. So to create a new item, I want to create a new item given a text, and we can figure out all of the other ones created. So we can just put like all of this here. Created add created that. What else? Copy, paste. Let me just do this real quick. Const ID. Create items from scratch. Create items from file. We will need that as well. Create items from load. Okay, so that's all that we will need. And here it would be like pretty much the same functions, but with a load. So load new item, load to do item. Okay, this is looking like just like we need. Load on progress item and load done item. So we just need to, oops, I deleted something. So we just need to go through all these functions, implement them, and that will be just it. Load done item. Alright, so when we create a new item like from scratch, we want to get a new ID. We want to get the current date. So created add. What else do we need? What else do we need? So we want to have like a start started at. We want to have a completed at. Alright. Started at and completed at. So we can only have like one started at date, but and one completed at date, but we could have multiple started at dates. And we can also have like a stopped at, a stopped at, a stopped at. And these two would be like arrays. So how do we check if something is an array in JavaScript? Check if something is array, yes. Array.isArray method. Alright. I mean, the being thing is nice, but it's just faster to look at the first thing. So array.isArray. So if this is an array, then we want to do this. Let's just be consistent and do this thing with what we said earlier. Else, well, we can also do a started at. We can do it in line. That's probably even better. So if this is an array, we do that. Otherwise, we do the started. So this is just like what we want. So let's remove this. Pop, 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 pop. Okay. So that's good. Right, stopped. Stop. Does stop have double P? I hope because it has the same size as started. So I hope they have the P and they have the same size. All right. So we have all of this that we have to fill. Up. Up. We just say that this one is an empty array, this one is an empty array, and this one is null. Let's say that all of these are const. Alright, created, started, stopped, completed. And now we just return a new item with all of this size. So and now we do this, copy, paste, and let's format it. Commas. Hopefully we can have a tailing comma there. If not, I'll be just very sad. Very sad. We can say that this is an ID. So Here's how we can create the HTML elements. HTML element, and this is the data that we want to have, and we want to produce the HTML element now, and to do that we can just do it like this. So create item with the text, new item, let's just call this the HTML element. Right, we add the item in there, and we add the item into the to-do. So to-do dot push this. Oh no, actually push this, no, because we haven't created it. Const item and to do push item. Alright, to do, we can actually just do it like this. Like, do I have to interact directly with the items, or can I just push it here? To do push new item. I think this is perfectly fine. Like, create new item and I don't have to do anything with the item. So create new item, with the text. Create create new item with this text and clear text. We can do it like this. Right. So get text, clear text, and create new item. Okay, that's very good. We could even like well, but I want to decouple this. Battery's running low, battery's running low. Yeah, let me put this to charge real quick, and let me also finish this. Okay. Alright, that's charging. And I've implemented it like this, like I've split this just because you know, I don't want to like couple getting the input from using the input. So first we get the, because otherwise you cannot test this. So first you have like the getting the input, and now you use the input. So that's really nice. I want to check if I can do this. Actually, I don't know why I copied both functions. So I want to just have one place where this logic's at, and then what we want to do. So let me see if this works. Get text location of an item, and now we do return get text location of the item, and on this one we do get text location of an item equals like that. Does that work? I don't know if that string is copied or not, so let's see. Let's do a and create. Oh, what happened? Element.js at 52. Okay, so you cannot do that. So you cannot do that. Alright, that's fine. So let's have it like we had it. Okay. Let's test this. Create. Up. Inputs is not defined. Oh, yeah, of course. Why? Create new item 29. Alright. So 29, 29, 29, 29. I just okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. So here we're doing this. And of course, here this is not, does not exist on create new item. Yeah. Yep. Right. Yeah. So maybe this could even be decoupled from here. Yeah, but if we do that, if we take this out, if we take that out, yeah. If we take that out, so okay. So like this is the logic within the application, like we're putting that in here, and this is just like a side effect. Like I also want to show the UI what it has. So the UI what it has. There's like two options. One option is, hey, create a new item, and maybe I could have another one which is like update UI, and I just refresh the whole thing. That could be a thing that we could do. But then if we do like the refresh the whole thing, honestly, like, why not? So that would be really cool. That would be really cool. And then I don't have to track the HTML element, which I might not want to do. Would I want to do that? Like, for example, I would want to do that if I'm editing an item or something like that. But let's figure out how we would do that flow. So you come here, click on this, click on E, and now you are editing that item. That has nothing to do with the items on the list. Then you click on enter, and you are supposedly finished editing. Now, how do you figure out what you have edited? So I would need to do and have like an update item, provide the index number, and provide the new text. And I don't need, so I have the HTML element, and I just need the index to know which one to change. So the element is already changed. I just need to change it on the list. Okay. Yeah, I'm just worried of these things getting out of sync. Okay. Like, a different thing would be like maybe these just need to be elsewhere. Let's remove the HTML element from here. Yeah, but the thing with that is that if I change, so if I go and say to do number 3, change the text. Oh, the text is not here, of course. That's why I need the HTML element to get the text. So the text only goes there. Okay. Okay. So how much do I want to decouple this? Let's go full on decoupling. So text, 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 and now I don't have this. So this is just like application logic. Like, there's no HTML on here, there's nothing else. And now I've get the text, cleared the text, created a new item, and I say update list and give it the list name. Inputs to-do list. Inputs to-do list. So just update that list. Update that list. And now I have here a function which is function update list that takes in a list. Alright. Yeah. And I would need to know which list to update. So source and list, an HTML list. And it's like I just need to copy this source into this HTML list. And I want to go through all of the elements in the source. So for item, for const item in the source. Oh, for const item of source. I don't know if it's is it like this? How do you iterate? In const. I think it's like this. For const item, I think it's of source. And now we do item.text. Item.text. And new item. And HTML list. So we would just do that. And we could also do like HTML list dot childs. So we can do append child. Children, no. Let me Google that real quick. JS remove all children from list. Alright. Remove child. Alright. My node last child element. Alright, we can do that. So let's just do a quick remove all and put them all back in. HTML list last right. So this is a bit like brute force, but it'll do. So we come here, we do a create, and now we have just that. B create. Okay. So that's cool. Okay. So that's really cool. We could do this a bit more clever. Like instead of removing all of them, we could just div them and do something more clever. But for now, this is good enough. So get the text, clear the text, create the new item, and update this list. And we could do like update all of the lists, but for now this would be good enough. And these, the setup inputs, could directly be on the main, and then we wouldn't have to have dependencies between one another file. So this could be directly here. Const inputs, because there's nothing else that we really need to do. So yeah, and we just put like all of these ad event listeners here, and on the main we are just hooking up this one with the other one, and that's all that we are doing. We are just doing some hooking up. Can I put this one like far down? Alright, so I can do this. Alright, so this is all that we need to implement. And now we are just gonna be like doing how do you create a new to-do item from scratch. Like, you fill all of this data and that's it. This one, in fact, like the create new item would be like here. So this would be like create to do item. Alright, so we have all of the setup to do this. I'm really happy with this one. Think we are gonna end the stream right now. I have to go. We've had breakfast all throughout the stream. I have to clean the dishes, buy bread. I'm gonna go have lunch with my parents. So I'm really happy about this. So let's just do git add everything, git commit feature, create new to dos plus figure out the architecture of the app, and git push, and that'll be it. Let's see if there's any chatters. Let's see if there has been any chatters today. So first time chatted, or no, I have traumas from this language. Are you still on the chat? Like, I missed when this happened. Fuck. Sorry I didn't pay you attention. Sorry I didn't pay enough attention to you. I was just figuring out how to do that. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so we've got our first time chatter. That's really good. Can I see the timestamps? Chat appearance. Post chat. Chat appearance. Timestamps for new messages. Okay, so you posted like an hour ago, and I missed you, so I'm sorry. Kudos for being a first time chatter. I don't know if, can I see if there's someone watching? Like, maybe they're still here and they're just not saying anything. So let me see. Viewers, none. So you've already gone. It's the same that I've missed you. I should probably like there might be like some alerts or something, but yeah, I don't know. Can I like ping you? Thanks for passing by the strip. Passing by the stream. Being on the stream. You have been my first chatter pepper. Kudos to that. Oh, kudos to you. Kudos to that. I would very much. I would very much appreciate any feedback about the content. Alright. I don't know, I guess that he'll receive this message, so I'm just gonna send it back. Alright, so maybe he'll say something like, hey, your stream was boring, you didn't pay enough attention to me, like, or maybe, I don't know. So, cool, we're gonna leave the stream here. We're gonna leave the stream here. Yep, see you another day. Bye.